The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
They're going to throw it again. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. Just plowing ahead. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see...
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. To the air, it's Vasco. He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Throws for the tight end. That catch would have given him the first down, but just a smidgen out of bounds, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Going up top on first down. Looking left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Vasco. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
That makes the score Ohio State 21, Oklahoma 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Line gets set, first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag.
Ready up.
Offense getting set for first down. Back to pass, it's Vasco. Makes his connection. And he'll be brought down.
Second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, Oklahoma 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Clear.
He wants to throw. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return.
Scores for the defense.
Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got his man quickly. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Fire.
Back to throw, it's Vasco. Going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Still a big hill in front of them, and they'll try to start the climb with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, and that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
The give to the back. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Haas. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Jumped on top of the pile.
At the 7-yard line. It's now second and
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
timeout, Ohio State.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Judkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Back to throw, it's Vasco. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 35.
And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Judkins. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He wants to throw it again. Got his man quickly. At the 45 on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats. No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Sooners in the hurry up. To the air, it's Basco. Moves away as he feels pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Sooners! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first.
Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. We might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find.
Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. It's Haas. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
He's knocked down at the 7-yard line. Brings up
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying some time. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ohio State 49. 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Judkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
A huge gain and a 1st down.
Looking to pass. It's Basco. Got his man on the outside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. They'll run play action. Trying to escape and get it himself. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's in.
He caught it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Judkins. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.